Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters in Islam, today we'll be talking about a special dhikr. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This is a very powerful dua that has different meanings. Some people translate it as there is no um, trial or no, you put in some effort, no effort or no power except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this statement is being translated by another hadith that says, La tahulu an ma'siyatillah. You cannot escape from falling into sin or disobedience of Allah except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission. And you cannot have power to endure and perform the duties of Allah except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, however we translate this, the benefits of this statement are immeasurable. Number one, hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says this is one of the treasures of paradise. When he says to Abdullah ibn Qais, he says, should I tell you a statement that is a treasure among the treasures of paradise? A precious stone you may think of. Something very memorable, something very fascinating in Jannah is La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And he says in another narration, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, it's one of the doors of Jannah. One of the doors of Jannah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This is also the statement we say in the dua before we leave our home. The dua before you leave your home, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Say, Bismillah, in the name of Allah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, I rely and put all my reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. So you put your trust in Allah and you say there is no saving from sin and there is no power to do good deeds in that meaning except by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is so important and it's so powerful. The Prophet describes it as a statement that is carved and engraved under the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Another so powerful statement it is that when we hear the adhan, we repeat everything the muadhin says except in hayya ala salah and hayya al falah. And in those two situations or circumstances, we don't repeat hayya ala salah or hayya al falah. We say the statement, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. In another narration, narrated by At-Tirmidhi, Abdullah ibn Amr says that Prophet Muhammad said, there is no one who says, La ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all his sins. Minor sins, the scholars usually tell us, all his minor sins will be forgiven, even if they are as big and as broad as the ocean, as the sea, as vast as the ocean. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive those sins. And then in another narration, the Prophet describes the baqiyatu salihat, the good deeds that are going to stay after we pass away, that are going to stay for us, and Allah will keep in our records. And he describes this baqiyatu salihat in the narration. He says that takbir, Allahu Akbar, wa tahleel, la ilaha illallah, wa tasbih, subhanallah wa bihamdi, wa tahmeed, alhamdulillah. And he says, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. So let's take this statement very seriously in our adhkar. If we haven't been using it before, it's a very tremendous and very vast dhikr to use for our daily lives. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.